Foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in Week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run, Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, it's Long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Third and long, it's Long. And finding the tight end, Hooper. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get your swerve on. Under 10.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
That's what I'm talking about.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Who that? Who that?
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Check out. 1, 2, 3.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Check out. 390. Watch the eye. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now a first down throw, Locke. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck gets it off to Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Check out. 290. Banjo. Hey, check. Hey, I-7. Hey, check.
Luck. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. They'll run on first down. It's Freeman, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Running right, this is Freeman. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Love. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This is Freeman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett looking for Campbell downfield. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, DeMonte Casey. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. You got flow. You got 4. Hey, box drop.
After the interception, it's Love. Catch made by Slayton. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now it's Luck. And he'll find Hall. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Check. 53's the mic. 11. Let's go, defense. Let's get out there. Hey, Alpha. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Here's Love. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, Luck. And that is incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Check.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46. Check 26, check 26. Check. Go. Everyone, 37's the mic. Mike 37. Come on, D. Everyone, 37's the mic. Mike 37.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Rush in.
They'll throw now on the final play. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. They'll try and throw for it here. Looking deep for Hilton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 93 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Luck. He's got Hooper on the short connection. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They're going to go. It's Luck. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Play fake, Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Slam, slam. Zip it. Orbit.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Strong right.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Temple, Rock Ya-Sin. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. On 1st down, Luck. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started. Nice gain. Got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They snap it to Lott. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it on their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Bell. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Falcons take over. Let's go, let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Hey, we got 4. Reggie. On. Hatchet. 11. Motion.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 83 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now Bell. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's just me and you.
Throwing is Locke. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. T.J. Green with a pick, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down, told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up, I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He's got it to Hilton. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now Brissett. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 4 yards out. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know, you just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go, remember.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, check Mike 44.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
To throw, Brissett. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Doris Felton. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We got one. At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Throwing, Brissett to the end zone, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
Check. 45 set. They gonna need some things.
This is 3rd and goal. Brissett toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Brissett now, eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. Le'Veon Bell, no shades there at 2015 against the Chargers where he stumbled in. Here he can't get in. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make...
And Luck is going to run out of time and out of luck as well. It's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Not today. Everyone. Mike 37. I got it.
Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, DeMonte Casey. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody.